Welcome to another episode of Big Movie Mouth Off. We're here at the Fear Factory in Salt Lake City, Utah. It's the month of October and they're our sponsors, so be sure to check them out. The haunt is open up all month long and it's getting closer to Halloween. And it's perfect for this review. I'm Jimmy Martin with KUTV. You can watch me on KUTV every Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Actually, it's only 7 to 8. I just sit around for 2 hours apparently. So you can DVR it if you don't want to wake up. But otherwise, we got a new guest.
Hello.
Introduce yourself.
Luke Hickman from therealplace.com, highdefdigest.com, and also 1015 The Eagle. Ooh,
look at you.
Yes.
So many. All right. You can find Big Movie Mouth Off on Xfinity Channel 6. Also on their on-demand system, it's Utah On Demand, Movies and Film. New folder for us, so check it out. Also on Channel 6, 6:30 p.m. every single day. What a time slot. I love it. So, well, movies both young and old, if you missed it, maybe they're on Blu-ray, whatever, DVD, and you can watch it there. Or they're still in theaters like this one. It's The Book of Life.
Follow me. You need to see something special. All the world is made of stories, and all of those stories are right here in the Book of Life. But the greatest story begins on the Day of the Dead. A day when spirits pass between worlds and anything can happen.
Ah, look there. Two best friends.
Oh, in love with the same girl. You two are acting like fools.
Wait, me too?
You picked yourself a feisty one.
How about a little wager? I bet that Maria will marry Joaquin.
Very well.
By the ancient rules. The wager is set.
All right, so the premise with this one is it's the latest in children's animated tales. And so, but this one's got a very Latin flavor to it.
I call it Mexican Moulin Rouge. You get your music, the remakes that you're not expecting until they show up in there, and it's Mexican. What I like about it is the fact that last year that Instructions Not Included, a Mexican-American film, came out, appealed to the market and made millions and millions of dollars. I think this is trying to do the same, just with animated.
Sure. So the story is that you got three kids. You've got Joaquin and Diego. Is it Diego? No, it's
Manolo.
Manolo. See, too many names in this one. And then you got Maria. So they're little kids. They're growing up. It's the old tragic tale of two boys in love with one girl, and so they grow up to. Let's see, Manolo wants to be, his family wants him to be a bullfighter, but he wants to be a musician, and Joaquin wants to be the greatest warrior of all time. And Maria, well, she just got pretty. So that's all that happened to her, because she got sent to a convent. And so, but while this is all going on, you've got two gods that kind of rule the underworld. It's kind of like the happy underworld and then the land of the forgotten. And what they've done is made a bet to see who will win the hand of Maria, and that's where we always kind of say wackiness ensues.
Manolo, it's so beautiful.
I will lose the wager. Fix this for me, old friend.
I may not be the town hero, Maria, but I swear with all my heart, I will never stop loving you.
Snake! Manolo!
Where am I?
Welcome to the land of the remembered.
Don't try to take it all in at once.
So for me, I liked it. I liked the imagery of it. It's like I said, it's very Latin. I love how all the characters look like puppets. They've got the hinges on their legs and whatnot. I think that's really cool. But you mentioned the music, and that's where I want to start. Because to me, the most, I don't even say the word horrific, maybe I should just because it's Halloween time. Horrific part of this film is the music, because you've got these, oversaturated pop songs that, like Mumford & Sons. And there's even a Radiohead Creep moment in this one. And they're trying to give it that Latin flavor, And to me, it just took me right out of the film. I was like, oh man, seriously? Like, I wish they had just kind of done maybe what Pixar and Disney, what they do, and kind of come up with their own songs, Yeah,
the pacing definitely comes to a halt every single time there's a musical number.
It just like hits a brick wall, There are moments where it's really funny, Guillermo del Toro, who director of Pacific Rim, is producing this one, and every once in a while you can see his hand in there because when there's an animated segment where basically it's Mexico is the center of the universe, you're like, that's Guillermo. That's Guillermo making those jokes. If you know Guillermo, obviously toned down for children because the guy's not the most kid-friendly person in the world. But, it's funny, and this is where I'm glad to have you on, Luke, because I always say I don't have kids. What I try to do is I keep my eye on the audience and see if they're enjoying it or not. They kind of were, in my opinion. There were laughs in there, even where I wasn't, but I'm like, okay, the kids are kind of digging this. Except for those music parts.
It had a lot more of the kid-friendly, like, potty humor,
Yeah.
than I expected from a Guillermo del Toro movie, first place. Like, we've never seen him do potty humor before, so, you could tell that's where he didn't have much of an influence.
Sure.
But I think it's those little simple things that keep it energized for the kids.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, there are some really slow moments. Like you said, the songs bring it to a halt, but then there's always something again to pick it up for kids.
Yeah.
I think this one's just fine for kids.
Yeah.
Truthfully, like, I know that my kids will love it.
Yeah.
I plan on taking them to it already.
You didn't bring them to this one?
I didn't. I'm picky though. When it comes to kids movies, it has to have rewatchability for me. And if I don't want to watch it again, then I'm not going to show it to them.
Yeah.
So it's like a blend of both things, and I think this one had it. As a kids movie, I think it totally works.
Yeah. So, there is a moment where, see, when you look at the Fear Factory, motorcycles come out of nowhere. It's kind of fun. I don't know where that guy came from. So, but no, yeah, you are right. Rewatchability, and I always just make sure that the parents are having a good time too. Because I mean, like, there are those times, like recently Alexander and the horrible, terrible, very bad movie. I would watch with the parents, and it's one of those things. I always say it. They look at their kids going, "This is your fault.
Yeah.
This is your fault," and now I'm questioning having you. So, and that's not what you get with this film. I mean, like I said, it's got jokes in there. And I'm trying to, some of them aren't coming to the top of my mind, but there were times in there where I'm like, that was a joke and started just for the adults. Like, kids aren't going to get that one. That one's for mom and dad,
And the story goes on.
This is incredible.
Epic fiestas every day.
All you can eat churros.
My lady.
Please help me reunite with the love of my life.
If you complete these tasks,
You will see Maria again.
Hey, girl. Get that a lot.
The Book of Life.
Hold it! I know exactly what to play! You got what I need!
Wow, that totally captivated her.
good animation, some good funny parts here and there, horrible music. I give it about 2.5 stars, I think.
Being the parent, I'm a little kinder on it, so 3 stars for me, because it will keep your kids entertained, and truthfully, although the songs are hideous,
yeah,
I wouldn't mind my kids watching that movie over and over again. That's what I have to look at when I show a movie to my kids. Do I want them to watch this over and over again in my house? Do I want to hear those songs? No. But the rest of it was pretty entertaining.
You don't want the little one singing Creep running around?
No.
Yeah, and another thing with these characters that I want to mention is there's a really good story of heart and soul in this film and family bond. And, you know, the scenes where he goes down to the underworld, you know, it's kind of fun. Like, he's meeting his ancestors and being like, oh, like, you're different like me. And I'm like, that's a good message for kids. Like, you can be different and still be accepted among your family. So I liked it. That music, man, it really made me mad. So 2.5 for me, Pop saying 3. And that'll do it for this episode of Big Movie Mouth Off. We'll be here at at the Fear Factory. Hopefully no more motorcycles will drive by. Who knows? We'll be here all month long, and we'll see you next time.